Okay, you're welcome, everybody. How you all doing? Here's another Saturday. So, though I went on the wrong page to start this live, but anyways, you are back here. Sorry for joining us late. I knew that something was wrong, but I couldn't just figure it out. How we are doing? So today we'll be talking about another topic of interest. As every Saturday we bring. So that every Saturday we bring you different relatable topics of interest that will stay our conversation, that was going to stay conversation. And here you connect and you reflect on those topics. Today, our topic for today is fake it till you make it a strategic move, or it is just a total dishonesty to those people probably who had worked so hard to get to where you are trying to get. And we'll talk about fake things that's possible with fake. Number one, it could be our dressing. A lot of people want to dress for success. They want to dress to match a certain set of people, even when they are not financially capable to dress such a way. A lot of people want to dress gorgeous like some celebrity when you are not a celebrity. You don't have what they have, but you just want to appear like that so you can connect with people of bigger caliber. So it could be public speaking. A lot of people they feel that they are confident to speak in a public place, whereas they are not so sure of what they are saying. That confidence is not there. They have anxiety, but when it comes to talking, they will carry that anxiety with pride, and they do the talking. Networking. People want to network with people that are bigger than them, higher than them, so that they can feel among. And also, it could be job interviews. A lot of people lie. This is so common. They lie in job interviews. They fake it to make it. Lie that they have 10 years experience when they do have, probably they have only 1 or 2 experience, and they have to be able to meet up that 10 years experience. Someone that has 10 years experience, the expectation is different from somebody who has 2 years experience, and you have to leave that expectation. And that is faking it to make it so that, when you fake it that you have 10 years experience, you're going to get bigger pay than somebody that has 2 years experience. And also, social situation, a lot of people want to go out more so that they can meet greater people. And with that, this is not their person. They're just trying to act it so that they can connect with the bigger society and to meet with people who can let them make it. So is it a smart move, or they're just lying to themselves, or it's just a temporary move? Welcome to this conversation, Tayo. How are you doing?
I'm very fine, Olutu, and you?
I'm good too. I knew something was wrong in that page, but I'm like, okay. Especially when I saw people can come up for conversation, and I know it's not unlike my page whereby anybody can request. So when I saw people can make a request, then I feel okay, something is missing. And also in this place you can highlight, and I was able to highlight there. I'm like, what's happening? Is it that my Facebook page has grown? So thank you for joining.
Thank you.
So when people
Yeah.
say they fake it to make it, do they really mean in terms of confidence, or their presentation, how they present themselves to the public, or it's just they're lying? It's just actual
Well,
lying.
it depends on faking it to making it that we are talking about, because I think a lot of people have a misconception about fake it till you make it,
Mm.
kind of. All right. So, for someone who is into some kind of business, there are some places you might not be able to go without you having some personal belongings, and the people you want to go and meet does not care whether you borrowed it or is yours.
Mm.
All right. For example, you want to go to a particular company to get a contract that is going into millions and all of those things, that is going into tens and hundreds of millions. Apparently, they don't expect you to check in. So for
Mm.
that kind of course, you are supposed to, whether you are going to hire a car to drive yourself there or borrow your friend's own to drive yourself there, you just got to do something to ensure that you are there in an automobile.
Mm.
All right, so that you can
So
be
you
able
can't
to
take
pick
bike.
your own.
You can't take bike again and still get the contract.
You will not get it. You will not get it. Because the thing is, I think, I'm not so sure. I think that one of the reasons why they want to know the kind of automobile you come with, so that they can evaluate your worth in case something goes wrong, so that they can be able to know what to seize in your company. So imagine if you checked there, they know that you might not be able to handle. And sometimes it also speak about your person and your financial level. So to them, it will look as though you cannot handle that kind of amount.
Hmm.
Okay. So the risk of giving it to you is very high, even though you know that you can actually deliver. Because human beings are designed to see the outward appearance. It is only God that is designed to see your inward appearance.
Hmm.
Okay? It's only God that knows what you are thinking, whether you're a good person or you're a bad person. But for humans, we see you first. And like they will say, appearance speaks a lot. Like you should dress the way you want to be addressed. That is absolutely true. Because people will
Hmm.
judge you based on how they see you first before they even relate to you at all. That is why sometimes some speakers will come in and people will already be sleeping. All right. I
Hmm.
remember a speaker that came to an instructor that came to facilitate one of our seminars. When he came in, I was the one that invited him. I was disappointed initially. In fact, almost all the staff were sleeping until it started making sense. So
Hmm.
that is human for you. We tend to see you first before we see the thing you carry. So for that one, it is understandable. But on a social level, where your hand has not gotten into, but you just want to feel among, saying that you want to fake it till you make it, you will never make it. You
Hmm.
borrow somebody jewelry, come and flash on the internet, you buy bags you cannot afford so that people can see you because you are trying to fake it till you make it. You will keep living under debt because you would end up borrowing money to finance the life that you don't even have.
Hmm.
People are don't even care. There are a lot of people like that. They just want to show off. And if you ask them, they're like, I will fake it till I make it. That is not faking it till you make it. That is it. I don't know how to put, but I don't want to say something bad on the on
Derogatory.
here.
Yeah.
Yes, that's something derogatory on here. Because you're just putting yourself under unnecessary pressure. That is not faking it till you make it. If it is about
So
your business and you're trying to pitch better, and in the case of interview, it is important you stipulate what you know that you can do. Because if you say the things that you know you cannot do, and it's not as if you are on training at the
hmm.
time of interview, and you list it, and you are hired, only for them to realize that you don't even know what you said you know, you will be
Hmm.
fired, and it will be a disgrace on your part. But if it is something you know, even if it is just small, at least you have an idea. Great. We all learn on the job. There is nothing you can't learn on the job if you are smart enough to pick it. But it should actually be what you actually have a prior knowledge of, even if it is small, something that can give you an edge. So when they eventually land you the job, of course they will still train you, but it will be a disaster if they are trying to train you on what you said you know and you don't even have an idea. You understand what I'm trying to say?
Yeah.
It will be a total disaster. So it is important you at least have an understanding of the things that you said you know.
Hmm.
Okay, so that is how I see it though. So it is not every the fake it or make it thing. I don't. No, 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 no. I don't. To well, depends on. That's just it depends on what you're trying to fake to make.
Okay. So now let me go back to the business part first because a lot of people want to justify that business, and I still have problem with that business idea. Like you have to dress the part, um you have to pretend that you're there. So you are going for a contract. I believe there should be some skill sets they need to look out for. I believe there are some other bigger values they need to look out for rather than how you look. And talking about car, have they asked you some questions and you can't deliver what they I think that should be where the competency tests should be done, not what you have in the number the year of your car, the model of your car, or whether you came in a bicycle or came in a Okada. So far you can deliver. And they should be able to give you that contract based on that. And if you have problem with whether you can handle money, and that should be on getting your data to see and hold you responsible, or somewhere to how to ever to hold you responsible for that money. Is that they call the police or probably get a lawyer to sign, so many things, a guarantor to sign it for you. Not what you came in with or what you are wearing. I start for problems with that. People that really know this job, they won't get it. When some people are faking it to get that gig over them, whereas they don't know it, they only know how to dress. Me, I know the job, I don't have money to dress. Which one is more paramount in this conversation here?
Okay, the thing is that that is not how the word system works. Okay, like I said, how will I say, people judge you based on how you look first before any other thing. And the thing is that people that are going to offer you how will I say, a contract that is running into hundreds of millions, they want to know your worth. If you say that you can handle something of that magnitude, it means it is something you've been doing before now. And if you said you've been doing it before now to a large extent, you should actually have some level of success. And part of the level of success that people are called to you is you having an automobile. It is not supposed to be a luxury, but how will I say it? But it is an essential. So they feel that you should have something that should be essential, something like an automobile. Though in this part of the world, that is Nigeria, automobile is a luxury. As far as it is an essential, it is actually a luxury. All right. I remember working in a place, and my the owner of the company is always buying cars. By the way, he's always Tokumboka. All right. Sometimes he buys from somebody that already owns it and want to sell. Initially, we were, young minds. We are like, "Ah, why is this one always changing cars like rapper?" Initially, we don't understand. I was a young graduate and all of those things. But on the long run, I understood. A lot of people still don't understand, but I understood as at that time that he actually needs to look the part of the contract he wants to get. All right. So when it changed, I think to the third cast at the time I was there, and I think I followed into one of the presentations. I really understood why it needs to be at par with at least maybe the managers or some of the workers there, so that it doesn't look lower. And you have to just be tight. They have to see the evidence of the work you said you know in your life. All right. I remember myself and my husband, sometimes we had a discussion and we concluded that we should try and get a car, though we're not able to get it at that time because there was a particular contract he was pursuing, and we know he can do it. All right. And if he pitches his tent, it will be given, in the sense that we already did our plus and minus, and we're like, okay, you need to bring down some few costs in some few things so that we can be at a better advantage. But he didn't get the contract on the long run. Why? Because fine, he dressed well, because he had to buy some new clothes too so that he can look the part. He dressed well, we could not afford the car. So when he lost it, I didn't blame the people, though I didn't blame us too. All right. But I didn't blame them because they only see the outward look. All right. If we had knew, probably we would have hired a car too, and he would have gone in the car. Right. So people look at your outward appearance. They are going to give you a lot of money for a job. They really don't know you. Even if you are going to sign something, and in case you run into problem, they will at least see something to hang on to. All right. So that was why after that time we actually had to do some few things, like I registered the company, but we are still not able to get the car. But we learned a crucial lesson at that time, that we need to up our game and all of those things. In this world that we are in, before they will say that, before they will know whether you are competent or not, sometimes your look decide whether you are competent or not. All right. Like I walked into a place one day, and when I walked into the place, somebody was asking me, "Do you work here?" You know, And like, I don't work here. And when I was at the interview, one of the interview was like, you will collect job from me. You understand? I tried to look the part of what I wanted to get. All right. So I was not doing too much, but then I actually already looked the part of what I wanted. Okay. So sometimes people see you before they see your competence, before they see your sincerity, before they see your good heart. It is you first. So you have to look that part first.
Let's go
And
into this show. Sorry to cut you here. So let's go into this show business. The Nollywood actress, the comedians, the skit makers, the artists, the song artists. Before you know it, 1 year into the system, probably just knowing this face, then boom, they have your car already. And they don't go to smaller cars, smaller grades of car. They go to big one, the luxury one, so that they can look the part, and so that influencers and ambassador gig can come to them. And a lot of people are saying, in the real sense, they don't have 10,000 in their account, but they look gorgeous, wear the most expensive dress online, a dress that they can't wear the second time. Or probably, they want to flaunt every time they're on photo shoots, and they probably go to photo shoot with multiple clothes, and at the end of the day, they start, dishing it out. And some people are pressured. So what's the line between faking it till you make it and deception? Like, you are deceiving us.
well, for the artists, I think a lot of times they tend to listen too much to what their audience is saying. So they tend to break under pressure. And that is why sometimes I think that stardom comes with a lot of burden. So if you really want to go into stardom, I think you should weigh your pros and your cons, and you should be ready for whatever is coming. And someone who is going to go to stardom needs to have a mind of his own or a mind of our own. Otherwise, you'll be tossed to and fro with the waves of happenings. Okay. So, and a lot of them don't know when to draw the line. All right, they don't know when to draw the line. And they also wanted to be like those ones that are already made, not realizing that those ones that are already made, they started somewhere, and their journey was not 1 2 years. If you look at their background, it spans to way back, and they paid their dues. I remember reading Funke Akindele's statement that she said that the first time she was given a 1 million naira for a job, she was out of this world. Like, she was so, and you know, those ones that are coming now, they don't know the price that these people has paid for where they are now. I'm not saying that they should not buy a car, but I don't think that trying to buy a big car and trying to buy it in debt is actually not way to go. I will not rule out them buying a car, because I have been at Ikeja on the bridge one day, and one actor was being harassed. The guy almost entered the floor. He was almost crying, like, please. I can't remember this actor's name. I think he has relocated now. He was just begging them. And I was hearing something like, but they were now beating his chest that you are always doing like someone who has mind in film. So you are you understand. So I think for this kind of situation, it is important that they own a car, an automobile, just so that they don't fall into some form of mess. But going for a big car, trying to show off what you don't have, will actually put you in under duress, and you will cut short your own life, because you will start hoeing from left to right. Before you know it, you start putting your hands in the things you are not supposed to do. I went to a party with a friend, so she lodged us at a hotel with some artists were actually paid to come for this party. All right, it was a big mass party, so I think the artist was actually paid to come for this party. The way they were doing, I was embarrassed on their behalf. Unruly, on cloud. Some of them are glorified prostitutes. Touching men that don't want you to touch them. And one thing I can deduce in all of this is that they are hoeing. They have to do other side hustles to meet up, because they are actually living a life that they cannot even afford. And I don't know what's because the situation there was just so pathetic. And I couldn't sleep. I was like, that is where some parents don't even want their children to join acting. Because no sane parent will see these people behaving like this and will want the child to join this kind of industry. All right. So I think it is because they put themselves in undue stress, and a lot of them don't want to work. They just want to be an artist and blow. And some of these your mentors that you are looking up to, aside from what they do, they have other side hustles to be able to help in the home front and in their social life too. But you just want to act and blow. So it's actually a lot. They really need to. I think the actors guide, or what they call it, they really need to look into this and give some rules. Though you cannot even give rules to how somebody should live, but then there should be some guidelines and all of those things. And I will advise that they should not try to be what they are not. You are just starting. People, if they don't understand, stay on your lane. Be focused. The truth is that is when you are looking left and right, that is when you will know that you don't have what this other person has. If you are really focused on what you are doing, you will not even notice you don't have what somebody doesn't have, because you're actually focused on being better. All right. So I feel that they should actually stay to what they can afford. That is my submission on that. And another thing, I think the Nigerian government need to put a sanction on these people. They should not show our children the things that will make them depressed, or the things that will make them to do all the wrong things. All right. So you see a musician, blowing cigarettes, throwing money all around, monies that are not even original. They're actually fake. It's just for them to do music videos, and they wear gold that they will later return to the owner. The clothes that they are wearing, it is actually studio clothes. You know, they do all of those things, and young people that are just trying, diligently to work and make money feels that this is how life is actually is. And before you know it, I think one of the reasons for the rise in this internet fraud is because people that shows themselves constantly to the face of our youth, they are the people that show things that they don't have, thereby
Hmm.
putting these people under undue pressure to attain what their hand could not attain, not knowing that diligence actually pays.
Hmm.
That is just what I say.
So I think you are just, I feel you're hitting what I am feeling now, because the pressure now on the society. You will see someone who started skits yesterday now ride a car. You wonder, like, is it from this job? And someone else has been doing the same skit and could not, add it up. Not know that it was that person faked it to make it. Now, do you think that faking it also damages people's trust? Because by the time you are given an assignment because of what you wear and the car you ride, and you can't deliver, people start, having trust with people that just dress up for nothing. And that is why people don't really credit this artist. Like, when you guys become sick, we see your true picture. Then none of you have the money you are flaunting, or the picture you are giving us. And would that make them lose their credibility and trust?
The thing is that if you don't know it and you decide to fake it and go and get it, of course you will lose your credibility and trust, because they will expect what you said you know. Because fine, want to as much as people will judge you based on what you wear, all right, they also expect competence from you. All right. The thing is that we are humans. Okay. So I've been at a place that I saw somebody, and there's a lot of speakers. I saw a particular speaker, and I just felt that he should be a better speaker. All right. Because of the way he is dressed and all of those things. One of the reasons why it is important for you to dress well is because it puts you in the right light. Okay, it puts you in the right light. It gives you accept. It allows people to accept you. All right, subconsciously. Then when you start to give what you said you have, it propels you quickly. All right. Like for example, that person that I said came to our school that I invited. Before I will introduce him to another person, it will take a while. I'll have to do a lot of the person who the he does not have those kind of things. It will make me have that kind of conversation wherever I want to refer him to. But if he was well dressed, I know that showing up alone will make him acceptable subconsciously. Because nobody wants to refer someone that people will look at and they're like, are you sure this person is capable? And they will have to call you back and are you sure of this person you are referring? So sometimes the way you dress actually speak to you. So it makes people a bit relaxed as to what you said you can give. So, and it is also important you know your own very well. All right. Because the dressing is just to give you access. What you carry is what will lead will sustain you on the long run. So your look is just to give you access. Then what you carry sustains you when you have access. But if your look gives you access and and you don't have it, there is no sustainability. You will be disgraced eventually. You will be let go. If they allow you to even finish what you are doing, just thank God. After that, just know that you are never going to be called. So, and this is actually me trying to tell people that actually know this thing. If you know it, present yourself in such a way that you'll be accepted. I remember going for an interview and I was rejected based on the way I was dressed because I actually did not want to fake it till I make it. That was when I was actually a young graduate. So I wore what I have to the interview and I was not even allowed in. Okay. So, because I did not even believe that I was actually invited for the interview. All right. But I went to another interview borrowing my sister's clothes and I was accepted. Okay. It was at the gate that I was registered. All right. Why was I accepted in this place? Because I look the part. Initial time I was like, I don't want to like fake it or make it. I don't want to wear what is not my own, you know. So I decided to go with what I have. I was, despite the fact that I tried to look clean and tried to look the part, I was still not looking the part. I was not accepted into the interview. And that was why I lost it. So a lot of, not even, plenty of the times, the first thing people see is how you look. So you need to have the access before you can pour. So that is why if you have it, you need to dress that part. So you dressing the part does not make you to fake it till you make it. It is you trying to get access in order for you to be able to do what you say you know. In order for you to be able to get favor. Sometimes favor come with the way you look. All right. Acceptance also come with the way you look. So your look is very important. And this is not me telling you, because there is a thin line between you faking it and you trying to get something. I went for a program, and in all honesty, I did not know that. Well, a lot of us did not know that they were going to hire, I think, one of us or something. We went for graduate program where they wanted to train us on some certain things, and everybody tried. Though we were informed that we should dress, they gave us a dress code. So of course we would dress like that and all that. There is a particular guy that dressed to the teeth. All right, he dressed to the teeth and he exudes confidence. Okay, when it was time to ask questions, he was asking questions. He was giving his own opinion, and a lot of us were like, let us behave ourselves. Oh. At the point, some of us are like, she over Sabi, but he was the one that was hired. Despite the fact that we all don't know, including himself, we all don't know that somebody was going to be hired, but we knew that some top people from top companies were going to come. So we try to dress our part and all of those things, and we are trying to be, the way you are being taught to behave yourself. But the way he was bold, of course, if I was one of the managers, I will hire him. This is me now, looking back and seeing why he was hired before every other person. He looked the part. We all, the rest of us, we noticed him. He was asking questions, he was giving his own opinions, and the opinions that were not right, he was corrected. And he took the correction like, thank you very much, I appreciate that. Something like that. You need to do something that will see, if you don't do something that will put you out there, you will just remain where you are. That is not faking it. But but when you decide to now borrow for that kind of thing that we went for, they were not looking at our cars. When you now decide to borrow somebody's car to come for that kind of interview, then you are faking it. When you now decide to wear a particular shoe that the manager cannot even afford, and it is not even your own, then you're faking it. But if it is yours, why not? So there is actually a thin line between you trying to advertise yourself and you trying to fake it. Because if you actually live a fake life, and the thing is that if you're trying to live a particular life in order for you to move forward, people tend to know. Because they know that there are some things you will not take because you just want to show off. All right. So people will know in the long run that you are just trying to sell yourself. You are not trying to. But if it is that you are trying to fake it, they know that you will come and borrow jewelries for the party they did not invite you, for you to go and impress people that are not seeing you. They know. So sometimes it is important for you to put yourself in the right position, and that is not faking it. That is you selling yourself. All right. So that is where I will stop. Thank you.
So hold on now. Let's talk about, can't we just be ourselves, be the authentic, be vulnerable, dress what you have, don't borrow car, don't borrow wig, or probably don't over package your business. Just say it as it is. There's somebody who says like it says wig. This wig is 70K. He called it 70K for people to come and buy. People were like, it's cheap. Why would I use 70K? This same week, the following week, you call that same week 600K. Oh, it's original. It's original. It's original. People bought it. Is that, can't she just be herself in that line of business? Is it a strategy or it's just dishonesty that this thing you did not buy that value? That is not the value of what you just sold. You are just overhyping this price because you put it in one building, now you put a lot of fluorescent light in it, or because you put it in a building, in a different paper wrapper and you put your name on it. Does that change the value of the originality of what you bought? Can't you all just be vulnerable, be authentic, and still make that a smart decision or smart move instead of overhyping ourselves?
Well, we are in a generation of people that are very fake. All right. So plenty of the times, when you are selling to these people, sometimes you just have to tilt towards them so that you can actually make your money. And the thing is that all these people that are saying that, okay, imagine what you just said now. Now, do you want to say that it is the fault of the person selling? It is actually not. All right. It's actually not completely the fault of the person selling. Though, if the person has stayed on his or her line, as time goes on, she will get her own customers. Okay. But for her to be able to sell, she had to move the price higher with the same quality. Just so you know how people put value on things, they tend to use money as a value for things. People will tell you, I can remember somebody came to our school to come and make an inquiry, and when the person met me, I was like, he likes the way I talk, blah blah blah. So they didn't know that I'm Yoruba actually, because my surname my surname doesn't sound it, like my husband's name doesn't sound it. So, and I was speaking English. Of course, somebody comes for an interview, except they speak English, Yoruba deliberately to me. I actually speak English. So when they looked at the school bill and the things that were there, the cost of the uniform and everything. So she was not the husband was not using Yoruba to tell the wife that Shaole Makonyo that oh my god, package for one you. Like, will these people even teach children very well? This one is just packaging for us. All right. I don't know what they later said, I just might. I didn't see anything. So when he was talking to his wife, apparently I realized that they thought I was Igbo. All right. So I just kept quiet. So when they decided to turn to me, I was like, you will not, I just like as if I just continued talking. Like, I can assure you that You will love this place, your children will love you here, and all of those things. So eventually they brought their child. I don't know why, but eventually they brought their child, and the husband later came to me and like, I think he later knew that I was Timitayo. So he like that he was sorry that apparently I heard what he said the other day. I said, well, I can't blame you. I don't know where you are coming from. So we are entitled to our opinion. And he never regretted bringing his child. He never did. When we had inter-house sports, he was all out. When we had Christmas party, he was all out. He was like, we that the school does not look the price. All right. So, and I've seen people that has come to our school, and because of the school price, they didn't come back. Okay. So people tend to put money as a value for some certain things. They use money to weigh the value of what they want to get, what they want to enroll in, what they want to put their child through, all right, without proper research and all of those things. So these are the kind of people that we have. And sometimes it is just wise for you to tilt towards the kind of customers that you have. So it's just wise, sincerely, because if you're on the highland and you cannot be, if you're on the highland, you cannot be charging the kind of school fees we are charging. You might likely not command the kind of pupils and the kind of parents that you want. All right. So I think sometimes it is based on location and your target audience, I think.
So is it possible for our society now to reward dishonesty over honesty? Because that's what I'm saying now. And also personally, I think you share one or two, like, have you ever been overhard yourself, or was he, have you ever faked it to me? I've done it, but I can't say it here, so that you guys know to me that she have you ever faked it till you made it? Do you have a personal experience of it? And in my own case of faking it to make it that I did, I became imposter. I was acting who I am not, and that does not help me. No, it helps me to get the job. You know that is a job thing. Ajabo. So it helped me to get the job. It was a job, but I was acting who I am not on the job, and it was a lot of stress, mental stress, because I need to keep up with it. Though it was smart to do that to get the job, but I need to do double work or triple work of people that went there with their honesty and they got the job. And me that I put a lot of lies to get the job. But when it comes to skill sets, I have the same skill set, but I need to work what I've told them in the resume. So it became like an imposter. So now I'm not talking about the reward anymore. Now that's faking it till you make it does not make you look like an imposter on the job, or you just.
But you did your work,
So I
didn't
was
you?
doing double of the work, like I'm doing double stress in my head.
That is the skill set you gave them. So they are not overworking you. They only gave you what you said you can do. So as much as it has its pros, it also has its cons too. So if you are enjoying the pros, you should also enjoy the cons.
Hmm.
Because the thing is, okay, for example, I, I didn't tell anybody though. They just deduced. I went to another branch of our church, the one closer to my house, because we moved. So when they were asking me questions, I told when the pastor wife came to my house and we're talking like, okay, I am a teacher, I work in Lagos, um, I've been in Trem for a long time. Then I was being asked a lot of other questions, which I answered, which is actually true of where I'm coming from. Okay. It was actually true of where I'm coming from and all of those things. And one day I think I was given an opportunity to pray online. And I prayed the way I would pray on a normal day. So apparently they were impressed. So I was invited to come and pray on the pulpit to the people I am just getting to know. And the thing about new audience is First of all, you get jittery. But I pumped myself up, telling myself that you can do this, Taya, you got this. Of which, this confidence, oh no. I was so overconfident that I would do it. But probably subconsciously, I realized that this is a new terrain. Do you know that when got to I was wearing a heel. When I got to the pulpit, my leg was shaking on their own volition. It was almost becoming obvious that I had to hold on to the what is it called? To the pepper in front. What they call it. I had to hold on to it for balance because my legs were seriously shaking. Then I just had to comport myself and continue the prayer and finish it. Then I came down. In the moment when I was some couple of minutes into it, no, some couple of minutes to finish, my legs decided to stop shaking. So I was able to finish the prayer and carry myself back to my seat. Because subconsciously I was thinking, hope if I finish this prayer, I will not go and fall down before I get to my seat. You know, it is okay for me to blame it on the shoe, but it wasn't the shoe. It was my legs shaking on their own volition. And this happens when you go to a new place, no matter how confident you have a cold feet. So sometimes it is important for you to factor in all of those things before you go in. And now imagine if I have told them that, I'm a bit of shaker, and I noticed my leg was shaking. I would have disgraced myself. But I never portrayed the things that I cannot do. So it was excusable that it was my first time. But imagine if I had said something like, there is no kinikon that I step into that I will not demolish. I would have demolished myself right in front of people. So the thing is that plenty of the times when we say that we can do some certain things, they actually come with their advantage and disadvantage. So when you're enjoying the advantage, the disadvantage of it, you have to live by it. So I think that is just it.
Another common one is our title, the title we give ourselves. A teacher will call herself nation builder is even good. They will package that. Okay, mechanic will say I'm a engineer. Those names. You become agent, you call yourself content creator, you call yourself CEO, you call yourself I'm the MD, I'm the director in the name of IP. Are you faking it? There's some names that when you hear the title, you be like, what's the content? What do you do? By the time you mention what you do, I shake out that music. I don't know if you get what I mean. So the title they give some job, you wonder, is it still packaging? You just to get people's money, to lie to people to get people's money, or you are just lying to them because that title is not the real title. You're a mechanic, you're a mechanic. You're an organizer, not I wish I know those names. When you see some names in job title, you wonder, ṣé kìí ṣe evogata gbogbo àjọmọ̀ tẹ́lẹ̀ ni? Or baker, àwọn tó jẹ́ pé wọ́n gbọ́ àmì oven specialist. Ìwọ tó jẹ́ pé òkèèkì ló ń ṣe, ṣíṣì ló ń ṣe.
The thing is that sometimes people just don't want to feel that the least person in the world. So sometimes you trying to package yourself makes you acceptable. Packaging is actually, there's nothing bad in packaging. It makes you acceptable. It makes people know that you know what you're doing. That is if you actually know what you're doing. For example, in our school, before we used to say cleaners. Then my director said we should not. That is actually demeaning. So we should call them sanitation experts.
Or maintenance. So, maintenance de la temporale America, go janitor or maintenance.
Do you understand? So to a large extent, the thing is that there is even one of the cleaners that is even because of the change of name that has been misbehaving until she actually put the person in that place. So sometimes it gets into some people's head, but sometimes it actually puts you on a better terrain. Okay, it doesn't make you look downgraded. It doesn't make you downgraded and all of those things. And sometimes it also boosts your ego, because a lot of people, when they say that they are how will I say that they are forga, like you say.
I'll tell you, the fashion designer and the fashion enthusiasts. Fashion, whatever.
Taylor
I
will
will
tell
go
you.
see
So it
so
makes
normal.
people respect you, and we respect actually tries to bring out the confidence in you. Okay, so I think trying to package yourself is nothing. There is nothing bad in packaging yourself. I don't think anything is bad in packaging yourself.
People that really,
I used to.
okay, now the last one is like people that really walked the step, that went through the process, that they did not package it, they were tilo, and they made their money. They did not call it a fashion designer. And they grew, even they don't let the title affect their quality of their job. Like people, somebody that's an actor who has spent 30 years, who had to work that part. Somebody came yesterday, he's buying the same car, the 30 years in the job, low. And now they are now in the same car when it comes to looking for a gig because you came yesterday, you have bought the same car. Maybe you borrowed money, but yeah, you told us you bought the same car. Somebody who worked 30 years is buying, and now you are the same competition. You are now in the same competition to get the same gig. Is it fair on the person that I worked that part? One, that's my
Well,
first question. Second question: will you like your doctor, or your lawyer, to fake it till they make it too?
all right. Let me tell you. This is one of the things that the young people need to learn. It's it might be hard for them because they are not in the world where these people came from. The world where these people came from, while they were growing up, they were not competing about irrelevant material things. They just wanted to be the best at what they do and they diligently follow it. But in this modern world, a lot of pressure and on people to do some certain things and all of those things. And you just want to be like someone that has. You cannot actually be on the same pedestal as someone who has been running for 30 years. You cannot. You just started 2, 3, 5 years ago, and you think that you want to be at par with someone who has been there for 30 years. Come on. I also learned this the hard way in the sense that I was thinking something was wrong with me when things were actually not, falling the way I wanted them to fall. But then I stopped to think about it. The person I want to be like, go, 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 how long has this person been here? And I realized that I'm not doing bad. And the thing is that we don't say this a lot. We don't try to advise young people a lot that the people you think you want to compete with, they've had it rough too. They've had it terribly rough. The other day I was listening to Funke Adejumo, all right, and she was talking about how she will buy Okrika clothes for her children and package her husband, and she was not looking really good because she's trying to keep the home front and she's trying to package the husband because he's the pastor and all of those things. But people didn't see that there are some people that want to be competing with her now that she's actually okay and she can actually fly a first class, not minding that there was a time in her life that she cannot even afford it. Okay, so sometimes you just have to sit back and tell yourself you are not doing bad too. And these people, they've gone through, and the beauty about your own race is that what they went through, you might likely not go through it because you have someone you can actually learn from. So there are some mistakes they've made that you will not make because you are learning. But if you're in competition with them, you will enter koto. You will so enter koto big time. So it is important for you to actually maintain your lane. Learn from the people that has gone ahead of you. It is not competition. No, it is not. The only person you are competing with is your is your former self. You're supposed to compete with yourself to be a better version of yourself on a daily basis. Okay, so people that are trying to like, okay, they now buy big car and try to be competing with this kind of people. You are just doing yourself. When you are tired, you will stop because they had it easy at their own time. And in our time, there is a lot of pressure. But as a young person, you really need to sit down and focus and deaf your ear to all the noise that is going on around. Because if you don't deaf your ears to it, people want to sell market and they will show you things that will want to make you to buy. And part of the things they will want to show you is something that will want you to fake it. So it is now your own decision whether or not you want to toil that part. If you want peace of mind for yourself, you will deafen your ear to the noise around you and focus on your focus. Focus on your journey, focus on your progress. Before you know it, you will be there. I will tell you, you will not even go beyond that. So I think it is important that we stay on our lane and we don't you're about to so you don't judge your own progress by other persons. And plus some people, they actually have help. They have people that help them to attain the things that they attain. And you're trying to copy somebody like that, you will just run and win out. Because you are doing all of these things by your lonesome self. And you even have people attached to you that are even taken from you. It's not as if they are giving to you. So if you're trying to compete with someone that is being given freely, you will wear out. You wear out in no time. So it is important for you to know what you can afford and what you can do and just stay in your lane. All right. So there is difference between faking it and there is a part of faking it and there is a part of you trying to project yourself, trying to sell yourself in order for you to get clients. So you don't fake. When you're trying to sell yourself, you're not faking it. But when you're trying to live by people's standard, you're actually faking it and it will drain you. You don't want to be in that space.
So the second part of
So
your question, will you like your doctor to fake it till they make it? Will you like your, that means, what I mean by that is like a doctor wants to get a position as a medical doctor. He went there with a big suit, big brief, and a car, latest car. And they got to the interview. I'm like, oh, you dress good, you got the job. With little skill sets and credibility.
well, I
With
thank
little
God that
knowledge, skills that is needed. They just, and somebody who knows the job of a doctor. He's wearing a shirt and a pant that is not ironed. Who should they give the job
well,
to?
the thing is, I thank God that in this profession, you will have to go through a process before you attain some certain things. Okay, so that is just my joy about this. So it's not as if they are coming to employ, and even the person that will employ you go will have to make research on you so that you don't go and kill people for them. And it is not. I can remember when I wanted to give birth to when I was pregnant of my second child, and a particular doctor was attending to me. It wasn't the doctor that I was used to. So I asked the doctor, "When did you graduate?" I asked him, "Oh, how? When did you graduate? Have you done this before?" I I was, we're having I just brought up conversation because normally I really don't bring up conversations like that with people that I barely know. But because my life is going to be in his hands, so I have to strike up a conversation. "Oh, you look good. How you doing? I've never seen you here before." It was just like I said, "Ah, when did you graduate? Are you a resident? Are you this?" I was just question. I just want to know. So when I was able to get some answers from him, and when I later went there and I had to see my doctor, I was like, "Hope that guy is not he's not going to be the one that would do it." I had to say it. And the guy after was like, "Ah, why?" I say, "I don't want to die before my time."
Oh, Tony. Ah,
So I think all this kind of this profession, you will have to go through a process before you are left to actually, you know, attend to patients. So there is limits to the things you can do so that you don't kill someone. And even as a lawyer, you'll have to go through some few things
back.
too
Call to back.
before you are called to bar and all of those things. So it makes it how will I say, it makes it a bit safer before you actually walk into them. Okay. So I think that is that. So I no. I will not want my doctors to fake it to make it. Because there is no even space for you to fake it.
So okay, that is all that we're for today. That's so funny, though. Like those are professionals that we need the skill, not the appearance. We need their
Yeah.
knowledge in
We need
this
their knowledge.
conversation. Like we don't need how they
Yeah,
look.
the thing is that there are some careers that it is your knowledge that is needed. It is not. It is not your look. Because this doctor I told you that I was having conversation is actually cute, very cute. He's so cute that I actually told him that, man, I want my son to be as cute as you, if not more cute, if not more cuter than you. And he was just blushing. In my mind, I was like, "You want call my hand to me like bird," you know. It was so it's some careers. It is not your look that people are looking at. It is your competence. It is what you can do. Okay. So, but in cases where it is your look that determines your acceptance, you have to look the part. And even if you are a doctor and you are wearing rag, nobody will want to come to you either. It is important you look neat.
Okay.
It is important you look neat and you look the part of a doctor. Even if you are wearing t-shirt and jeans, at least look like a doctor. If you say you are a doctor, then you should know simple hygiene procedures. So
Okay.
yeah, a lot of times the way you look actually matters in a lot of things.
Anyways, I get you. We know we have a lot of beauty without brain, good outfit without brain. So, anyways, so I was reading Super's comments here. He was talking about how he introduced himself as everybody has introduced themselves as teacher in that organization. It's a guardian of teachers. So he now called himself an education officer, and all of them laugh. Why would they laugh? If I was there, I was gonna laugh. And that reminds me, my father-in-law, he's a teacher. He said engineer will call themselves when they want to address themselves, they'll call themselves doctor and your first name and last name. Engineer will call themselves engineer. Everybody will call themselves the title. So which teacher you call me Mr. No, he said it's not a Mr. It's teacher and teacher Fatumbi. So he gave himself that title that every job to call this title. So I should give myself a title too. So tomorrow, my father-in-law prefer to teacher Fatumbi. So now he said someone laughed at him. He said ordinary teacher, and I said he replied that a professional teacher with digital skill, depth of pedagogical skill. To bring students out of their shell to become who they are today. See clap. He had to. He said he did not like that effect. A lot of people came to him. You overhype him, Sha. You overhype him.
It's not overhyping though. It's not overhyping. Somebody came to my school and was saying that was saying, okay, the woman looked at me and like, you don't look like how you sound. I'm like, what do you mean, ma? She said that you sound different, you sound posh, you sound this. Then I told her that yes, I am posh, but we are not in session yet. So I am free and I'm at liberty to wear what I'm comfortable in. So if you wouldn't mind, can I take you inside so that we can discuss what we came here for?
Oh,
At
no,
that
no,
point,
no,
she
sorry,
stopped.
Sha. People can talk. Oh. Which one is you look posh, you
Look
look
and
dirty,
talk.
you look,
That is the truth.
you don't look what you look.
And if you don't have the right composure to handle something, you will feel depleted. Because the way she looked at me and the way she said it, if I was not the kind of person that actually have confidence in myself, I would be depleted. I said it to the ears of my director, because like, what rubbish is that one? We don't want that kind of parent in our school.
Hmm.
Because that we don't want a parent that will come and make our staff feel less than
Imagine
what
that
they are.
your poshness now. You now go and look for friends that are posh too. Like you now want to be a friend with I don't know, people that are rich and posh that travel around the world. Even when you know that you are in your corner. And is that not going to be like you're faking it to meet that kind of friend? Or you want to talk to people on the phone, you're doing all when you have never reached mass of work. That worker has been like that. I didn't even know he was going to marry you. Rocker has always been thinking, and they go my the airport. Oh, sorry, by America. It won't see.
I see her friends who make jest of me that I, oh, she want Nigeria, Isha.
I know.
You go like secondary school, you know. I see our friends who say those things to me because of the way I speak, but I own it. I'm not faking it. When I remember when I was in secondary school, and you know, I have not been able to build my confidence this much, and some people were like I was faking the way I was talking. I was forced to start speaking Yoruba. That was
Oh
when I was in,
no.
I think, yes, that was because when I left Lagos to Ijebu to go to school, because I went to Alejo of Apostle Secondary School in Ijebu. I barely speak Yoruba. I speak English most of the time. Our parents then they take pride in you speaking English. So my mother already instructed my elder ones and everybody around me to speak English to me. So I was always speaking English, not because I don't hear Yoruba, but I can't. So as time goes on, I cannot really say Yoruba like a regular Yoruba person. So instead of you laughing at me with the way I speak my Yoruba, I'll just stick to the English I can speak well. When I told people I learned how to speak my English from my mom. All right. Though now our English has been bastardized because she used to say that Oyimbolo Kwawon. So when she speaks English to me, this is how she speaks it. This is how I learned it. This is how I grew in it. Okay. So it become the way I speak. It become the way I speak. So when I was in secondary school and some people were like, ah, she was. So I began to learn to speak the Yoruba. So when they talk to me, I reply in Yoruba. So and anytime it is time for me to speak English, I won't have a choice but to speak the way
You
I know
learn
how
it.
to speak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know how to speak it. So when I was in SS1, people were laughing and all of those things. People that are not initially in my
Familiar with
class,
you.
yeah, that were not familiar with me. Now when I was in SS, I'm in SS class, and it's very few people from your junior class that will be in your class because everybody will have to find their way. Science and art, I mean science
Mm-hmm.
and commerce.
Mm-hmm.
So when people were laughing at me, and I would now switch back to my Yoruba again. So I speak in Yoruba with everybody and all of those things. Then when I have the opportunity to speak English, it's still the way I speak that I speak. So there was a particular lady that came to me, she was like, I've been watching you. That if you're actually faking it, by now you should be tired of faking it. But
So Tony.
anytime you open your mouth to speak English, it is still the same way. It means this is you. So why are you trying to constantly speak Yoruba and reply people in Yoruba? Just be you. At that point, I realized that who am I even deceiving? So I started speaking my English back. So if I need to speak Yoruba, I'll speak Yoruba. If I need to speak English, I'll speak English. And she said something profound. She said that anyone who will accept you will accept you. If they will not accept you, even if you speak the way they are speaking, they will still not accept you. And it was the truth. So that was how I hone up to the way I speak. And I don't know whether it is diluted now. Because the truth is that when I speak, I think I speak the way you are speaking to. That is how I think I speak. So when you say that my own accent is different, it sounds funny to me. Like I actually think
No,
that it is the way you are
your accent, we were in some university together, so I know your accent is like, but never, but Ronke too.
funny
I think
enough. I was not
what
born.
affected Ronke is because they went to private school. One of those big private school, Shaga, is the biggest. Not even it was the biggest when she went to that school. That those people when they get on vacation, they go abroad and come back again. Those big people. That was the school Ronke went to. So that affected her. She speaks so well. So then we
Mhm.
always laugh at her. But, they're Korea. Where in Shaga. Oh, they're Korea. So about America. So it is
So
well.
especially
I don't even know. This faking it and make it. Bless I go learn and more. Bless I did smart move when you should be in now. Yeah. So when
it's
you
not
see
always
me,
this smart move.
you will by the
It's
time you see me,
that's
don't ask
why
me
I
what
said that it
changed.
depends on what you are doing. So it depends on what you are doing that will make you smart move. If it is something
I
that does
don't
not
care
require you
whether
to
it's smart
stay on your
or
feet.
not dishonesty. I want the fake now. So if you see me now, don't ask me what happened. I'm trying to fake it to make it. So this
Okay.
is what I have for today. So if I start with my bonbon, I feel go add jam my bonbon. I feel go do my face. I feel go do my body.
If you do your bomb bomb finish, it is the same people that have been abusing you that will still abuse you that your bomb bomb is giving us
I
something else. So you better stay on your lane.
know, right? Ó ṣe jù wọ́n bò ní ìdí wọ́n bú ẹ̀. Ó tún ṣe jù wọ́n tún bú ẹ̀. Kí ló wá fẹ́ ṣe
That's the
báyìí
truth.
lọ́lọ́?
That is the truth.
Okay, thank you everyone for joining. Thank you, Super. Thank you, Tayo, for joining. At least you are the only one. Okay, I'm a party. Thank you for joining us today.
You're welcome. Bye bye.
Bye.